Hi, we are really moving through it right now. And today we're going to do something a little bit different than what I normally do. There's a lot of big energy coming in April, and I think it's really important for us to have a little heads up. So, what I want to do today is talk to you about two galactic councils that I'm working with right now. I've got the energy forecast for the next week on my desk right now. And then I want to dive into some heads up. So we're going to do two categories for April on what to expect for yourself, for your growth, and sort of what we're going through. To be prepared, to be forewarned is to be forearmed, right? So we got a lot going on right now. So when you arrive, please put it in the comments. Where are you from? I'd love to know. I'm going to open up my comment section in half a second here. And we're going to go through this together because I don't know. What are you feeling right now? Like, as you can tell, I am exhausted right now. And it's not physical, it is emotional exhaustion. It is mental exhaustion. It has been a whirlwind of, man, catch everything that's coming at you and what the actual fuck are we doing with our lives, right? Like it is big, big energy transitions right now. March was very much about opening gateways and walking through portals. And I don't think that we have clarity on how far we actually came during the month of March, how far we arrived during March. And April is about integrating where we're going to get more clarity on what did we actually conquer for ourselves in our clarity and in our awareness. And whew, as I logged on, I was like, try not to cry, Diam. So it's not that anything's wrong. It's just big right now. So I'm going to open up my chat bar. I would love to know where you're from when you show up. So I just want to make sure that this is actually working and that I've got the channels. So, okay, here we go. And I don't even know if my chat bar is working or not because I'm not seeing anything in it. But maybe that's by design today so that I don't get distracted. We're just going to go through it and I'm going to trust that you're there and you're here with me. Um, we definitely have, it is wild right now. And I want to break down everything for us and sort of reflect on what we're moving through. So, March for me was about integrating new councils. So I am a galactic channeler. I have been for 47 years, born this way. For those of you that have been with me for a while, hi, thank you for sending the love. I'm so glad you guys are here. Okay, so that makes me feel better that you guys are here. Okay, here we go. So I'm not alone. It does have a sense of loneliness though right now for me. And I know I'm not the only one. And some of you are really thriving, and that's fucking awesome for you. I feel like I am ready to erupt and scream and burn it all down today, yesterday, and today. I feel like I am feeling this angst of what do I need to scream at, let go of, burn down in order to fully liberate myself into my next chapter. And I can feel the excitement of the next chapter. I just have no idea what it is. So we're all kind of moving through either the fear of the unknown or the fear of sustainability. It's really big for us right now, or both, if you're like me. I have a lot of big transitions coming up in my life. I'm as if I haven't had enough over the last fucking 6 months, let me tell you. But here we are. And I know I'm stepping into something very new, and it's very unclear what that is for me. Um, but it is what it is. So, what we're dealing with right now is this last final opportunity as we're in March's energy. And the week does begin with this. Let me tell you, it's about breaking open, it's about releasing what does not serve you. And some of us have some things in our worlds that need to definitely have not just the door closed, but maybe weld it shut. I don't know, is anybody else going through that where you're like, okay, this has got to go, but like, what do I do here? Um, and that could be inner limitations, restrictions. It could be belief structures. It could be people. It could be places. It could be a lot of different things. So let's kind of jump in. March, I started channeling what they refer to themselves as the 12 high councils. So I've been working with what's referred to as the Council of Divine Sovereignty or the collective, which is an entire council. There's 23 different civilizations on this council that I've been channeling from all of my life that are very our galaxy bound in supporting, building new Earth and the fall and re-rising of Atlantis, the Dragon Riders, the Syrians, the Octarians, the like all of them. And that has been my whole journey. And March opened up some gateways for me to be working with 12 sacred councils that I share quite a bit, like all of it, in the membership Starseed Rebellion. So Starseed Rebellion is a membership platform. It's kind of like Facebook for Starseeds, and we're really gearing it towards making it more supportive and fun. But also, it can be pretty big in there. We have some big epiphanies. But what were the two councils that I want to talk about specifically or introduce you to are the ascendants. So this 12 wise councils or the higher councils are just outside of our galaxy. So I'm channeling something exterior of us that is giving us clarity and a bigger picture of what's really going on with Gaia, what's going on with humanity, what is all of the things that are happening right now. When is disclosure coming? When is dragon energy coming? Like, when is all of this happening for us? And we are in the threshold of change. Obviously, we're seeing big change, right? So the two councils that are going to sort of participate in the energy field today are the ascendants of the Atlanteans. So just outside of our galaxy. I want you to look at it as a family tree. This is how they explain themselves in um, side note, this is the energy forecast for the upcoming week. So when you see me holding up the cards, if you aren't interested in this part of the conversation, you can just fast forward to that. So instead of pre-recording it this week, I'm going to do it live because there's just a lot for us. Okay. So back to, I want you to think about a family tree where we have like great, 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 great grandparents and all the way down to us and then our children or grandchildren or whatever. And so we go all the way up that family tree to the ascendants of the Atlanteans. So before they were here in Atlantis, in Gaia. And their name is Velari. They are absolutely stunningly beautiful. There's a whole description of them in Starseed Rebellion in the last channeling session. And then the second one is the ascendants of the Sephiriums. So the Sephiriums are the dragon riders, the sacred protectors, the peacekeepers. And their name is um, e- Etherion. Very bold energy, very warrior energy, very let's get this shit going energy, but nurturing, graceful, and very divine feminine. So it's a really beautiful blend, these two councils, and they have been coming in along with the other 12 or other 10 all month in March. And so I have been going through it to channel these um, civilizations has been really taxing on my body to adapt my vibration for them. So it's been a bit. It's Starseed Rebellion. All the members there are Starseeds. They know what I've been going through. I've been very transparent about it. But anyways, um, these councils are sort of filtering in with us right now. And some indicators that you might be working with them. You have some curiosity, deep curiosity on what is actually happening. Some of you may be experiencing apathy of what's the point. You may be experiencing a very strong duality or polarity, rather, in love for humanity, an ache for our evolution, and a disdain, right? We go in public and we're like, I can't people right now. There's some physical symptoms that you might be working with them. So that is digestive upset, dizziness, intense ringing in the ears to the point where it's deafening, and you feel like a deafening sensation as it rings, and it goes off in one ear and then the other. Some pressure points in your skull, like feeling like your forehead's a little stiff, a sense of dehydration, even though you're drinking your water. Um, I can't handle alcohol at all right now. My body is so sensitive. Like one drink, and I'm like, oh God, I gotta go to bed. And then we are tired. We are tired. And then on the emotional body, we're dealing with a little bit of emotional whiplash, like literally within seconds or hours of, yeah, I feel great. This where I'm going. I'm determined. I've got inspired action. I've got all this. Yeah, let's go, let's go. And then moments of like, why? What? And then anger, frustration, grief, all of these, or crying unnecessarily for no reason. So it is a whirlwind right now. And this is the transition from starting to work with these councils, because they will be working with you, um, So it's that piece, and then the big shift into April's energy. So I'm going to break apart April in a couple minutes here, but I want to go through this week and give you sort of a heads up of what to expect because we have some opportunity. And I feel like it's a bit of a slippery slope for us. So I want to give you as much context as I can to kind of move through this week with a little bit more grace and ease and a stronger belief in self. So there's that. Okay. Um, there's a lot available for us, a lot. I've been teaching a retreat that is wrapping up during the month of April called We Are Ready to Build a New Earth. And there's been so much beautiful channeling that's come through in that. And so, what I've started to do with all of my retreats is infuse channeling into them as well. Um, so, we have some really beautiful things happening in April. The newsletter is going to come out Saturday morning. So, diamondknow.com, you can sign up for the newsletter if you're not already. There is some really powerful content in that newsletter for you. If you're getting this after Saturday morning, absolutely email Cindy at reachout@diamondknow.com and she will forward the newsletter for you. It is really about what's required right now for us to not flounder and to really step into purpose because it's time. And we feel that. We feel the urgency, right? We feel this like it's time. And I can assure you, if you have that ache, that knowing that, like, oh my God, I'm here for something, I'm meant for something, babe, you are, and you're being kind of pushed into that right now, whether unwillingly or willingly. We're being forced a little bit. So there's that. The channeling sessions are going to be very intense in Starseed Rebellion in April. There's two. And then there's a two-part specific to the Saphirium councils and the hierarchies of the Saphirium council. So dragon riders, light workers, warriors, healers, star seeds that you know you're here for mission. There's a really intense 4-week program coming up, and it's going to be a two-part series. So part one is April, part two is May. Also, your nervous system. So I've sent it 3 times, but still not receiving it. Make sure that you're checking your junk folder, your spam folder, because it can sometimes go off into that. So just do that. Okay. Um, the energy of what we're coming into next week, Monday. Okay. So we've got an overall theme right now. And what's really interesting, so I'm just going to start to break through this for us, and then we're going to go into April's energy. Um, it starts off with this realization of I read a lot of poetry that's going to be coming out sometime. I don't know when, but I read a lot of poetry, like activation poetry. And in one of the poems, I wrote, paraphrasing here because I can't quite remember, but I was never meant to be a butterfly. I was never meant to be delicate on display, dancing for other people's energy or a vantage point. I am a moth that realizes that it's like the creator of the flame, right? So, this realization, the beginning of the week, is going to be very root chakra oriented in our belief structure of letting go of any performance that we're putting on. I want you to think about this, okay? So, the performance in, am I emotionally cushioning? Like, I should have a fucking trophy for that and so fucking good at it. Oh my God, it's so not good. Um, Emotional cushioning is like when we soften the blow for other people for our own agenda, our own fears of either creating conflict or being too harsh or being a bitch or whatever. So we really soften things because we're aching for safety and we're aching for our turn. It's going to be releasing those, becoming very aware of our performance roles, right? Like, are we performative in the bedroom? Are we performative in our emotional cushioning? Are we performative in our counseling? Trying to support our partners or our friends in leveling up and helping them move through their pain, which is a really beautiful thing to do, but they have to do the work, right? So it's like, what isn't really truly serving me that I'm bringing forward in my connections? This is how the week is going to start. And it's going to be a very fast, oh, fuck, that's got to go, Now what? How do I replace that? That's very, very quick transition. Monday, Tuesday is how it's going to start. And because of that, what's happening is we have the opportunity if we stay self aware in those things. Like there's some um, very uncomfortable goodbyes that have to happen, myself included. Some very uncomfortable goodbyes. And we're holding on to these things. We really want to get clear on why are we holding on to these situations or these people or these connections or these restrictions within ourselves. What is it really serving you? And can we be brave enough to let those go? Like we're hitting the beginning, like Sunday night, Monday is all about this. What am I doing? And Tuesday is, oh, yeah, no, I'm not doing that anymore. And we're going to feel this energy surge of standing in an embodied power and not a power that is a projection or a force or firm boundaries or a strong voice. It's not about that. It's about standing so solid and like absolutely fucking not. It's standing in your, this is the beginning of the integration of a light warrior in April. This is why that 4-week retreat is going to be so important and the nervous system retreat that's going on again. So I'm rerunning. We've had a lot of requests for the sacred nervous system retreat. The truth, okay, this isn't about me. This is about us. The truth actually is if you're ascending and your nervous system wants to ascend as well. So we have 4 bodies, we have our nervous system, and that makes up the energetic body. And so your emotional body, your healing, your inner child healing, it goes up and up and up. And then your mental body catches up. And then your spiritual body expands and more wisdom comes in. And then your physical body follows. But the nervous system, the unknown, ooh, go into protector, ooh, go into protector, ooh, go into protector, that nervous system is tipping into a sacred nervous system, meaning it's going to become your director, your inner compass on fire. And that is your power. That is your realization that these shadow pieces that we have can transmute into absolute solid knowledge and direction and not we don't have to feel the pain anymore. We don't have to recreate these old cycles or patterns anymore. Your intuition, boop boop boop, on fire, and you're going to be able to look at everything in your life with absolute clarity and be like, oh no, yep, no, yep, like we got it. So this is that transition. Your nervous system has to come online. It has to ascend with you. The spiritual journey and ascension, awakening, also involves the physicality and the nervous system. So the sacred nervous system retreat is designed to get you there in 6 weeks. It is something I worked on for like a year almost. It has a 33-page workbook with journal prompts, breathing techniques, all of the things required. It is very powerful. And so if you haven't done that, I strongly invite you, encourage you to join us for that because I'm not going to be running it again for another probably quarter of the year. So this is your opportunity to really level into that space, right? So this is kind of what's happening. And when I'm looking at the cards for the overall theme of the week, this is sort of what we're being encouraged to do. We're being encouraged to look at this root chakra space and really ascend it, evolve it to arrive in a full knowing and embodiment of your actual power. And with that comes the balance between your sacred nervous system and how you operate in all 4 of your bodies. So your whole energetic body comes online in absolute balance. This is the energy of the week, and it is kind of the vibe for April. From that, the outcome is you receiving and not just receiving the bare minimum, but being able to receive an overflow. And so, this overflow that's going to start to happen and one of the things that's in the sacred nervous system retreat is how to be held by life and not chase life. You do not have to manifest anymore. I don't have to manifest anymore. Zero effort at this point for me, except for an awareness of self and letting my nervous system dictate what's next for me. It has literally become my inner compass of divine inspired action of Diam this. And it's opened up the gateways because my nervous system is sacred now. It's activating my sacred 12 DNA, which is activating me connecting to these higher councils, which means I'm getting a much broader perspective of what's happening for myself, the world, the collective of humanity, Gaia, all of the things. So this is what's aching to be developed for you or to move through you, to be remembered within you. So when we overflow and we learn to let life hold us instead of intentionally, trying to align and being high vibe and all these things, that's a beautiful way to be. I thought that was the be all end all, right? Like if you read my book, like this book, I literally thought that was the be all end all. So this is the foundation of how to arrive here. But I thought this was it. And then no, it's limitless. And it would be silly to think that anything wasn't, but it's limitless. And then we go to this other level. And so life starts to meet us. Life starts to flow through us, with us, for purpose, for humanity, for all involved. And then you're going to see buckets, containers in your life start to overflow. So you're going to get an overflow of joy, an overflow of passion, like a consistent overflow, not just a full bucket, an overflowing bucket. You're going to get it's just one bucket after the other, after the other, after the other. And the thing you fear the most will be the last bucket to overflow. So, when you start to get angsty about it, um, it's about to happen. So it's really great. So this is that. Okay, let's go through the week here. We're going to start with Monday, the 30th of March. So Monday, the 30th of March, we've got these two cards here. So one part of this is one wave is going to be the emotional breaking point. So like I was saying earlier, where we're going to be looking at ourselves and being like, oh, yeah, no, that doesn't work for me. Um, that's going to break open. Now, some people are going to go into absolute forlorn. So you're really going to know who matches you based on what they do with the energy on Monday. So some people are going to go into toxic vulnerability, self-victimization, blaming everything around them. It's everybody else's fault. It's money's fault. It's this, it's that. The rest of us, however, are going to break through. So we're not going to break down. We're going to break through. And that breakthrough looks like understanding, I am so ready to trust this unfolding. Like, bring it, let's go. And in that comes this like powering up, right? This like standing there fearless, standing there solid in your devotion to your journey, to getting and receiving the expansion of wisdom, to getting clarity on your divine purpose, to just unshakable trust. And that is a really good feeling, right? Is it 24/7? No, no. I'm having a day where it's not for me. I'm having a day where I am not tail spinning, but reflecting and being like, ew. Like, ew, I don't want to. So we do have these little like dupes, but it's not, you don't stay there, it's moments, okay? Tuesday's energy. So this is the 31st of March as we cross the bridge into April. So Tuesday's energy is more about the teenage version of yourself. What does that version of you require? It's a really good opportunity to kind of call upon that version of yourself and do some conversations. And this really incredible thing came through in the retreat last night. It's fucking mind boggling, actually. And I'm going to be putting that into the channeling sessions for April. The most powerful tool that I've ever experienced. Oh my God. But it's about allowing your teenage self to experience what you're experiencing, is how I'll phrase that right now. But we just want to tap in with that version at minimum and be like, okay, kid, like, how you doing? How are you actually doing? And what do you require from me? This is going to change how we hold our vibration and let us move forward with a little bit more ease. The card that's going with this is, it's going to be one of two vibes. So we're going to see people go into despair and the audacity, the finger pointing, the how could they? And that's going to drop down into some heavy, heavy, heavy grief. So what I want you to understand is there's three phases of becoming empowered. Anger protects grief. Grief transmutes into empowerment. So we don't want to avoid grieving, especially with our teenage self on Tuesday. So we're kind of checking in and being like, what else wants to come to the surface? What else wants to be held, to be seen, to be honored, to be healed, to be transmuted into a vibration of our actual truth. So Tuesday is a good self-reflection day of what's still going on in my system. So we do want to dive into what am I holding on to? Where am I denying myself? Right? So kind of back to that overall theme of what are those things that we're bringing forward that just don't serve us anymore? We're going to let those go. So Tuesday is a big self-reflection day. For those that fall deep, deep, deep into the despair and finger pointing, just let them be witnessed. It's not about you fixing anything. Let them be witnessed. Okay. Wednesday's energy. So this is April 1st. We got a very, very different vibe, let me tell you. So the councils that I was talking about, the ascendants of the Atlanteans, they are the Valerie, not Valerie, but Valari, oh my God, Valari. Oh my gosh, like I'm still learning here. I'm not learning them, I know them, but pronouncing them, it doesn't come easy for me. Anyways, they are going to be very strong with us on Wednesday. So Wednesday is very much about starseed remembrance. There's going to be, we might be a little scattery in the brain. We may have like really pinging, ringing ears. We may have a little bit of headache. We may have blurry eyes or like an eye twitch. Um, where there's a lot moving through us on Wednesday the 1st, but it is about an expansion of remembrance. It is about connecting in so you can call upon them and ask them to just give energy to you so that you can learn their energy and begin the attunement into really being able to hold that vibration with them. Okay. And the card that goes along with this is it is actually an Atlantean card. It is a remembrance of like there's a lot of Atlanteans. If you're Atlantean and you know you are, like put it in the comments. Um, because the Atlantean energy is very sacred and it's very soft and kind and just I can't even find a human word for it except for like divine, super divine energy. So the Atlanteans in this, like our starseed Atlanteans, you're going to feel a lot of surges happening. And same with the ascendants of the Saphirium, the dragon realm. You're also going to be feeling some surges because we do work hand in hand. We are partners in this. So there's going to be a big flux of energy. Um, I do feel like we're all going to feel that. And it's very likely that there will be some distortion kind of thrown into media platforms to distract us from embodying this energy. So as we receive this energy, it does give you vertigo. It can give you vertigo. It can give you feeling a little off kilter or a little really overwhelming in the brain. And so if you sit with it, you're just going to get clarity. You're going to start to attune to that energy. You're going to ascend. You're going to awaken more. If you sit with the energy and you just breathe through it and be like, okay, this is what I'm moving through right now. This is my ascension. All is well. It's okay. This is not a day to sort things out. Now, because it's such a high opportunity gateway, I feel like in social platforms, we're going to see a lot of chaos. Like we're going to be seeing people trying to distract or all the rabbit hole conspiracy stuff, the everything that's going on. I just feel like it's going to be an overload on Wednesday. Lots of conversations about politics and all of the things. It's going to happen that way because it's going to be a distraction. And those that are unaware of what's happening with this like desire for busyness in the brain are going to go into justice seeking and justice preaching. Not my jam at all. I feel that we really do better to stand in our power and share that. That's a whole other conversation. We won't get into that. But it's not about war. It's not about justice. It's not about any of those things. It's about learning to hold these energies and share these energies, not a tug of war game of who's right, who's wrong. So I'll just kind of leave it at that. Now, so that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's go into Thursday's energy. So this is the 2nd of April. Thursday's energy. I'm just reading the comments. So because we have this like boo energy dropping in for us, the hair on my mic, Thursday, we're going to go into a very explosive feeling through our bodies. So there's actually a physical sensation when you are receiving this energy, and it can feel like the anticipation or excitement, sometimes confused with anxiety. It can feel like a physical vibration, like when it happens to me. It used to happen like right here in my core, it would just like vibrate and go all the way up to my bottom teeth would vibrate. Now it's a head to toe. Like I feel like I'm standing in a cold breeze almost, and my body's like shivering and but not in a bad way, in a like a holy fuck, this is really big energy. My voice gets a little quivery. It's just you just feel it happening, right? Like a wave of like, oh, and then the other piece of it'll be like, oh my God, I have such exciting news, but I actually don't have any news. So this like feeling of knowing something's coming. So really pay attention to that. Now, for that to really move through you, the direction for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is really about remembering balance. Okay. I had a big conversation with a crew yesterday on balance, the balance between being human and allowing human and spiritualizing everything, right? We go into these very heavy, heavy attempts to fix ourselves, right? I have a poem that I'm going to read to you in a couple of minutes here on that because I think it will resonate with a lot of you. So Thursday, we don't want to over spiritualize ourselves. We don't want to over journal ourselves. We don't want to go into the story of what's right, what's wrong. We really just want to remember that everything is flowing in balance and keep ourselves balanced. So it is a great day to, is vertigo an indicator of any specific group? No, it's an indicator, Holly, of all of it, babe. It just means you're in alignment. And this is the thing also, side note, to answer that question. You're not just working with one council, darlings. You will be working with all of them. And chances are you are a thread of all of them as well. We're not just one label. We're not. We are, when you think about the family history, so your family tree, you know, two people came together, made a kid. That person got together with another person, made a kid. That person got together and made another, and so on and so on. So it's blended DNA. And that's what starseeds are right now, is we are remembering all that we are, not just if we're Octurian or Atlantean or anything like that. Anyways, back to this. So Thursday, I want you to seek joy, seek passion, seek pleasure, laughter. Remind yourself that it can be good to be human, because we can get kind of catapulted into what's wrong with me. And why am I not having the downloads? Why am I not having the meditations? What am I doing wrong? And the only thing you're doing wrong is not allowing the polarity of being human to be your experience. We are here to be human as much as we are everything else. So enjoy being human on Thursday. Now, Friday's energy is a little different. So, as we get that balance and that integration, and we are fulfilling our human experience, we're moving back into strong direction on Friday. So, Friday is really about, um, it is really about, sorry, I got distracted by the comments. I cannot, I'm so ADHD. Inspired action, direction, clarity, expansion, knowing, oh my God, this is the next thing for me. So, Friday is a great day to empty mind, open heart, so that we can have these, oh my God, this is what's next for me. And it might be something as small as, um, oh my gosh, setting a boundary. It could be something like knowing that you're relocating, knowing that you can say yes to this partner or no to that partner, or that you can, this is what my divine purpose is, or this is the next step in my divine purpose, or a download with these counsels that are coming through of like, hey, here's an introduction and this is unshakable. Like this is undeniable connection here. So, or you might remember a parallel experience. So it's a really big day to receive what's required for you to continue to ascend, to arrive in your highest timeline. So keep your heart open on Friday, because it's a really, really, really good vibe. I'm really looking forward to that, let me tell you. Oh, okay, Saturday, Sunday. So Saturday, we have, Saturday is very much about starseed energy. It is very much about reaching out to community. It's very much about connection. It's very much about alignment with whatever it is that's going to serve you the best. So Saturday, I know I'm going to see Starseed Rebellion, the membership platform. I know I'm going to see everybody blow up in there and connecting and supporting each other and sharing downloads and expanding. And the beautiful thing with that is when we have a sacred witness, we embody it on a deeper, bigger level. It anchors into us when we have a sacred witness. It's very important to talk out your epiphanies, your meditations, your dreams, your downloads, your questions. Because as you talk it out, you're actually putting it into a solidified form by speaking it. So you can voice clip your phone at bare minimum, but you have to talk it out. Pace your living room, talk it out. But if you have connections like we do in Starseed Rebellion, that's a platform to go in and type it out, talk it out, video it out. Lots of people put videos up in there to have sacred witnessed and let yourself be seen, let yourself be witnessed for whatever it is that's coming through you from Friday morning through to Saturday morning. We're going to go into letting it be witnessed. And this is enhancing your ability to connect on a deeper level. So it's going to be more connection with star seeds here on earth. You know how we all have those moments of like, where are my people? And I can't have these conversations. Like I am in the dating world right now. Ugh. It's so fucked. Like what the hell? But anyway, I'm in the dating world and the conversations are anywhere from let's talk about politics over coffee. Like no. Or let's talk about my past, or let's talk about this lofty vision of who I'm going to be in the future, or whatever, right? And I've actually met a couple of individuals through this that are like, holy fuck, we're having conversations that I've ached to have my whole life. Like we're talking about star seeds, we're talking about tarot, we're talking about the universe, we're talking about quantum physics, we're talking about self-awareness. And they're like, where has this been my whole life? And I'm like, people are aching for that. We are aching for our people, right? And that's why we started Starseed Rebellion because we don't have to do this alone. And so Saturday, you're either going to have an increase in the ache for connection or you're going to connect. And the beautiful thing about that is the more that you connect and allow yourself to be sacred witness, the more you are opening up the doorway to be sacred witnessed by the galactic councils. So they're going to start to participate with you more and work with you more. Really beautiful opportunity, to be honest. And then Sunday's energy is going to be a little, so this is Sunday, the 5th of April. So it's twofold. Okay. It is connection. It is togetherness. It is, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. And so the download you got the day before or in your dream state Saturday night into Sunday morning, you're going to become a co-creator of building new earth. We're all moving into this timeline, all of us. Okay. So it's a really incredible, like, oh my God, here we go. Energy. Is it going to happen really fast? No, it's going to take some time. But we're seeing it and feeling it and knowing it. And there's going to be evidence of it. And the other part of this card is transmuting anger into passion. Okay. So each in the channeling session, if you did not catch the channeling session from this Tuesday, which was the 24th, oh, holy fuck, it was good. I learned things during that channeling session and I was the channel. Like mind bending, beautiful transition. Like I am not the same human because of that now. But one of the things they were talking about how each vibration has a polarity. So, for example, anger actually is passion. And it's how you use those and how you perceive those. So some people are going to be super, super pissy angry on Sunday. The world are unaware, family and friends, the 3D, 4D. The 4D is going to go fucking bullshit crazy. Like, let me tell you. 4D means fourth dimensional consciousness. That's the light and love phase. Really, really exciting phase. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that or I'll get spicy. So the rest of us are going to go into passion. So if you set yourself up Sunday for something passionate instead of something triggering, that's going to help you use the energy in your favor. Okay. All right. What I want to do now is I'm going to read some poetry, just one little poem, because I think it's going to resonate with a lot of us. I would love your feedback on that. It's very vulnerable to share poetry, by the way. And this is one of my very basic ones, but I think there's some value in this. And it does have activation code in it, even though it doesn't seem like it. So I'm going to read that. And then we're going to talk about April overall. I'm going to do an overall for April for us. Okay. How are we doing so far? We're doing okay? We're okay? All right. Okay. Here we go. So this is the vibe that you're moving through. Part of channeling, my eyes have gone to shit. Like my eyeballs have not caught up yet. My third eye is going on fire and like I can see them, right? Like so they show up in my living room. Yeah, let's be crazy. They show up in my living room. I can see them, I can talk to them, I can touch them, I can smell, I can converse like they're actually here. Because they are for me. And they will be for a lot of you. But my third eye is going so far that my actual eyeballs haven't caught up yet. So my eyes are blurry, man. Okay, old lady glasses. Here we go. I am no longer becoming. So this is what you're going to be moving through. Ready? Brace yourself for activation. So I just want you to take a nice relaxing breath. If you want to put your left hand on your cosmic heart, that'll serve you well. Here we go. There was a time when I was always on my way, healing, searching, rebuilding, trying to arrive at myself. Every version of me was a bridge to something better, a promise I kept making and postponing. But something shifted when the noise went quiet, when the roles fell off, when the mirrors stopped lying, when I stopped chasing who I thought I needed to be. I am no longer becoming. I am here. Not perfect, not finished, not polished, but whole. I carry my past without letting it steer me. I hold my wounds without living inside them. The girl who disappeared, the woman who broke, the fire that erupted. They didn't vanish, they integrated. Every version of me now stands behind my eyes like a council of survivors watching me live. I don't abandon myself anymore. I don't negotiate my worth. I don't soften my truth to keep the room comfortable. I have learned the art of staying in my body, in my voice, in my life. And when the world asks me, who am I becoming? I finally know the answer. I am no longer becoming, I am being. And this is what freedom feels like. This is the transition that we are going through right now. The truth of becoming, not being, human being, not being present, none of that fluff. We are beyond that now. We are transitioning into an actual holding of our truth, where we're allowing our nervous system to sacredly hold us instead of protect us, instead of protecting the stories that were poured upon us in our childhood, the expectations of be the good girl, sit, be pretty, be quiet, be seen, not heard, morph and be a daddy's girl because that's the only way you're going to get his love. The coddle, the emotional bucket holder, the space holder. We were taught so many things. And now we're becoming, remembering, arriving in what we were always meant to be. And this is a hard truth for you. Ready? You were never given the luxury or the freedom to choose who you desired to be in the world. You were forced. You were forced to adapt to how they wanted you to receive love, how you were required to sit and stay safe. You were forced to adapt to their love language. You were forced to adapt to their trauma. You were never given the luxury to just simply be. So you have walked your whole life adapting. Every single one of us, we've walked our whole life adapting, becoming whatever it is that holds us safe and keeps us out of harm's way. Your nervous system is still holding on to those stories. And a breathwork class isn't going to get you there. Valuable 100%, but it's not going to get you there. You have to understand what it takes for your nervous system to arrive fully ascended in being a director, a compass, a way shower, because you have that in you now. And that's what we're doing. That is why I'm rerunning the Sacred Nervous System Retreat. And I'm going to be layering in some channeling with that. For those of you that have already taken it, we had a huge crew take it. You are more than invited to do it again for a small donation instead of actually the whole the whole price point, right? But it will be the best thing you've ever done, I assure you. I have taught for 20 something years now. I'm 47. I started teaching in 1998. And this is by far the most powerful thing that I've ever taught, minus the channeling sessions. So I really encourage you to be brave enough to take the leap and trust yourself and do that program. Okay, let's break down April's energy. Thank you for the love and support. Yeah, right? Like, we're in this together. Like, I'm reading the comments right now. Like, you felt it. Guys, we're walking this path together. And just because I'm in a seat where I have made this my full time career, it didn't come easy for me at all. At all. It took me a long time to arrive here. And it's when I chose to heal my fucking self, let me tell you, and walk the path of self awareness, meaning consistently healing myself, that my purpose was opened up for me. And my purpose is to help you remember what you actually are and put you into purpose. I'm not here to be in the limelight. I'm not here to bullshit you or spoon feed you hope. If I wanted to do that, I'd probably be a millionaire by now. Like, but that's not what it is. I'm here to build new earth beside you, with you. I want to share the shovel, like we are actually in this together. And I know how hard it is to really truly believe in yourself and to believe that you are here for something like that. I know, man. Been there, done that. So hold my hand. Hold my hand. I am a chick who has figured out this phase of it. I don't know what's next, but I know this. So I'm just going to shuffle these quickly. It's going to be loud. 1 second. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, we are in this together. And that's why these little bits of poetry that they're channeled, they're with my higher self. They're with all that I am actually writes this poetry. I have like a book that's, I think it's at like 58 poems layered with lessons as well. And it's all activation poetry. One day I'll probably just put it in a PDF and put it up on the website. But anyway, let's go into kind of an overall theme. And I'm going to encourage you to pick one or two, just so you can get a little bit more precise direction. So I'm going to do two separate polls for April for us. I'm not going to talk about what's going on globally. I saved that for Starseed Rebellion. I want to talk about you and me. Let's talk about us, what we're going through. Okay. So one or two. Now I'm just going to remind you, because I know I have a lot of new followers, these cards, when I use cards, I refuse to do tarot. I'm not doing that. It's too black and white for me. It's too basic. Anybody can do fucking tarot. And I use cards just for visual cue. It's not about the card at all. It's just a tool for me to translate quicker. So what I do is I connect into all that I am, all that you are, no matter when you find this. You might find this in a fucking year from now. I don't know, but there'll be something for you. Let me tell you, because time doesn't exist. It doesn't even matter. But anyway, I was talking about how I'm learning to fold time. It's really wild. I had this like experience while I'm just waiting for everybody to pick one or two. Really, really quick. I shared this in the channeling session. I went into a meditative state. So I'm laying in bed because I prefer to lay down so I don't think about my body. And I also trust that if I need to nap, I nap. And if I need to meditate, I meditate. Like whatever happens, happens. I have no expectation. Anyways, I go all the way into a different galaxy, a home planet where the ascendants of the Atlanteans are. And I learn their planet. I spent a whole week there. And I learn their ways, their technology, their vibrations, what they do with the water, how it all functions. I learn their planet. So I'm there for a whole week. And while I'm there for a week, they put me into this crystalline bed apparatus where I then morphed into a totally different life as one of them. And I lived a whole life in that meditation from conception to transition. And then I woke up back into that bed. And then I woke up back in my bed. So I lived a week plus a whole life. And when I came out of the meditation in the human experience, it was 7 minutes. It was wild. And this is happening on the regular right now. Okay. So this is what like the shit that's going to happen for you. It's fucked. Okay. Overall theme for all of us. And I'm going to go into 1 and 2. It just felt like there had to be an overall theme. Okay, a couple of different things. So Falctorian is one of the 12 councils, the Falctorian. They are the ascendants of blue and gold avian energy. So they kind of want to come through in April and really work with you. It's a very directive, bird's eye view, authoritative, stern. This is where I'm going. You're not stopping me. This it's determination, it's focus, it's motivation. It's a really beautiful, powerful energy. And with that, they're showing me that April is bringing all of us the ability to not just look at low hanging fruit, but really be selective on what areas in our life we would like to overflow. Okay. That's what I was talking about in the beginning. So this is April's whole overall. So let's go into number ones and number twos, shall we? Ooh, look at you guys. Okay, so number ones, you are very, 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 well, I get my pronunciation, very, very, very connected to Etherion, the Saphirium Council. So this is Take Flight Council. Also, I feel like you're going to have a lot of connection in April to your galactic companions. So in Starseed Rebellion, there's a recording from last month, I think, or the month before that. I don't even fucking know, where we talk about starborn companions, like who you ride with, who you walk with, who um, you have companions in all that you are. And the basics of those are the true awareness of what the Phoenix is. It's not the bullshit that we think it is. It is the dragons. It is the etheric dragons. It is astral wolves, astral whales. It is wavelength. It is, there's so many things. So many galactic companions. So go check that out if you've picked number one. Yeah. For some reason, I thought I was talking about number two, number one. So April is going to come into, you're going to go through some beautiful fucking April has opportunity for you. Okay. Big opportunity. You have to participate in the self-awareness to allow yourself to arrive there for sure. But for number ones, April starts with this inner sanctuary peace, this self-reflection, this rest, sacred rest. I teach that in the sacred nervous system. So sacred rest, you're kicking off the month with sacred rest, reflection, ease, self-serving, not selfish, self-serving. This is all about you understanding what do you require in order to feel like you're thriving. So I really want you to start the month off like that, because if you do, what I'm hearing is there's a lot of opportunity for you to be held, to be given direction, to experience a whole other level of safety and security. So you're learning security in April, you're integrating that. This is going to expand this vibration of freedom, this vibration of let's fucking go. And not in a, I have to force it, not in, I have to rush it, but in an excitable, playful, oh my God, this is what I'm supposed to do with this. A very mind bending epiphany, um, those like moments of self, or the downloads or the meditations or the connections or the channeling or the energy shifts. It's just like, oh, yes, for you. And it just gets better and better and better. So if you start off the way we're talking about, it is a big transition. Now, this is also showing me a lot of starborn companion energy. So your companions really coming through and giving you clarity, giving you love, direction, protection, holding you, helping you with sleep, helping you understand and analyze your dreams, showing up in your dream state. So that's why I want you to go rewatch Starborn Companions if you're in Starseed Rebellion, because it is we're in it together. Then it shifts into takeoff. It shifts into let's go. You're going to receive so much in April. Whatever you desire, darlings. If you really truly know that you want it, you're going to receive it. And that is stepping into purpose. And remember, stepping into purpose is a gradual journey. It doesn't happen overnight, but it's like, here's the staircase, go, right? So purpose, prosperity, security, romance is available for you. There's whatever you desire, more time, more love, more clarity. It's all there for you, all of it. And all you have to do is allow yourself to just trust the connections that are available for you. Now, it ends with another level of ascension and breakthrough, taking flight in the light. Taking flight in the light. Well, tacky is that? So April is going to be all about integrating and arriving. When we approach May, however, May and June are going to be about what doors do we need to close. So May and June are going to feel just like January, February, but on steroids. So really celebrate every moment of April that we have because it's going to be so delightful for you. It's your turn. It is your turn to receive. So let yourself, and you might not get all of it. You might just get one thing, but it's unlimited. It's so unlimited unless you are holding yourself back and restricting yourself. Okay. So there's that. Number twos. Let's go. Because I know there's a lot of twos in the comments. This is going to be super exciting. Let me know what resonated. Okay. Oh, all right. All right. All right. Let me just take this in for a minute so I'm channeling it properly for you. So, a little bit of a different vibe, similar, but your whole month, so the beginning of April, for those of you that have chosen number two, it is going to be about, yeah, this is good. You've done really well. You've done a really good job over the last few months of healing, of doing the work, of allowing yourself to trust the process. You may not feel that you've done a good job. You may still be in questioning of like, who am I? Am I doing it wrong? Why isn't this happening? Why isn't that happening? Go check out Tuesday's recording in Starseed Rebellion if that's where you're at, or revisit it if you've already seen it. There's some good stuff in there. But you're going to start out the month, the first half of the month in God, I love today. Like, it's that vibe that's available for you. The ability to be just in gratitude. So, thank you, I love you is a really good mantra for that. And the second mantra is this and better. I used to say this or better. But I grew up a little bit with that one. So it's this and better. I want you to look for everything that you can that you actually appreciate about your life, about yourself, about your body, everything that you can find and be like, this and better, this and better, this and better. Thank you. I love you. Because those vibrations are really magnetic for you. And as you really start to expand them, you're going to get a lot of clarity on your role in building new earth. So you are grid workers, you are dragon riders, you are light workers, you are the new ley lines for the new veil for Gaia. And that's a long story again, Starseed Rebellion. I cannot talk about that stuff here because it will get but you have big purpose and you are going to be stepping into that this year. Like towards the middle end of year, it's your turn. It's time to go. Like we're going into it. And we're going to be holding hands as we do that. You will be some of the first to meet galactic councils. You will be some of the first for being in, oh my God, what is the word, Diamond? Disclosure. That's the word. You will be, the disclosure isn't coming from the government, it's coming from us. We're going to be standing there side by side as collectives, um, learning their healing technology. You're going to become more vital. You're going to become more youthful. You're going to become more vibrant. You're going to become more galactic-y. Like your body will transform mildly. Mine is in midst transformation. My cheekbones just keep getting a tiny bit higher because of the Ophirian energy that I'm working with. But it's like your starseed is showing. It's like that kind of vibe, right? Like, you know, when you go to somewhere and like I am very dorky. I'm such a dork. And I will have people turn and look at me and be like, your dork is showing, like put it away. Your starseed is going to be showing. And we will be the ones to bring disclosure forward, to introduce humanity to all that is. And so for that to happen, you have to remember all that you are. and you have to stand in purpose. So April's going to kick off for you in an expansion of, yeah, this and better. And so give yourself permission to receive. So you're going to start practicing receiving right now. I am safe to receive. I am willing to receive. I love receiving, like just all over the place, please. And start to pay attention to how much you are receiving. So it's a really big expansion of energy. Also, it's going to be really important for you to understand the power of 369 and not the bullshit glorified journal that is out there, but instead the quantum mechanics behind the power of 369. You're going to want to revisit those pieces. What does 369 actually mean? And then I want you to start to allow yourself to receive an expansion on how you are going to use that in your life. Okay. As we move into the third week of April, for those of you that pick number 2, it's action. It's like hit the ground running action. It is call of service. It is, yes, it is, I've arrived. I'm here. Let's fucking go. It is a really powerful, powerful energy, especially for fire signs. Watch out. Like you're going to be big. So you have an opportunity the third week to be seen more. So to be seen by love, romantic partners, to be seen by social media platforms, divine purpose, to be seen by friends and family, to be recognized, to be valued. So as you stay in those beautiful energies the first 2 weeks, you're gonna have a lot of inspired action and clarity on what to bring forward. Gimme, 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 right? Um, so that's fucking cool. And then the last week of April is going to be a very easy float, is how I kind of want to put it. So, one of the analogies that came out in the channeling session, I think it was the channeling session on the 17th of March, was looking at our lives of if you were in a canoe and every bit of trauma and self doubt and lack of trust was a boulder in that canoe, you would never leave shore. And so I feel like when we are in this action phase, the third week, those of you that chose number 2 are going to be throwing boulders overboard, which is going to allow you to be more buoyant and you're going to start to hit the stream and you're going to get into the stream and you're going to be hyper aware of is your boat fully buoyant or is it slightly submerged? And you're going to be like, what needs to go? And that's the action piece because the last week of the month is down you go with like just like arms in the air, down you go. Like here it goes. And there's nothing tragic at the end of this. There is no end. It is just a flow of beautiful, incredible energy. So there's no waterfall. There's nothing to fear. It's just flow. And so that's where you're going. Isn't that wild? As I said that, it was like in my jaw, started vibrating. Um, very cool. So here we are. We are March was such an incredible opportunity. And if you're new here, one, welcome. Hi, we've been waiting for you. Two, you're gonna want to stay following along because May, June is the closing. July is just like March, where you have endless opportunity to expand. And then August is just like April, where you have the opportunity to embody it and live it and sustain it. And then it starts all over again in September, October, November, December. So we have these big waves for us this year. And they're not just energy portals on like 1111 and bullshit like that, or the Lionsgate portal. It's fucking bullshit, by the way. It's all lies, all 4D. But cool if you want to do that. Like, has your life ever changed on the Lionsgate and sustained it? Probably not. It's because you're not understanding how to sustain the expansion piece. And that's the sacred nervous system, right? So there's that. Okay. I'm going to give you a quick heads up in case you don't get the newsletter, in case you haven't signed up for it. I'm going to tell you who we're channeling in April. So let me open that up for you. Okay. So April, the 7th of April in Starseed Rebellion, we're going to be channeling the ascendants of Atlantis and the ascendants of the Saphirium Dragon Red Realm. So we're going to be connecting and really learning to expand safety, steadiness, and power. Then on the 14th, we're doing a blended channeling session of all the councils. So the whole 12, Sacred 12 plus the Council of Divine Sovereignty are going to be coming in and out. So this is giving you the clarity required to move into the next gateways. April 21st is the Sacred 12 High Councils. Um, sorry, let me start over. April 14th is the blended. April 21st is the Sacred High Councils. I got that backwards. My apologies. Starting April 7th is the 4-week ascendance of Atlantis and the Saphirium. So those of you that are dragon riders, that are Atlantean, that are everything, we're doing a 4-week workshop, retreat, channeling session, activation. It's just going to be endless fucking activations and channeling for 4 weeks straight. It's going to be wildly intense. I will give you a heads up. You do not want to do this if you're a pussy. Pardon the term. That's probably not an appropriate term anymore, is it? You need to look that up. You're not going to want to do it if you're weak. You're not going to want to do it if you are not truly ready to step in. You do not want to do it if you are afraid of meeting the councils, because through this workshop or time together, these 4-week activations and channeling sessions, you're going to fucking meet them. They're going to show up. They're going to show up. You're going to smell them first. You're going to get them out of the corner of your eye, and your third eye is going to go all the way in, and you're going to be seeing them and working with them, because disclosure is coming and it's coming through us. And so you're going to get prepared for it. So those of you that want to be a part of that, that is the workshop. Then starting April 22nd is the Sacred Nervous System Activation. So that's the 6-week course to get your nervous system exactly where it's required for you to fucking do this shit. To put it bluntly, to fucking do this shit. So there's that. Okay, cool beans. That was fun. I think I've got everything for you. All right. Well, an hour and 6 minutes. There we go. Cool beans. All right. I've got some content creation to do right now. Not the vibe for it. All I want to do is go to bed, but I'm going to get it all done. Thank you, support team, Susan and Ashley. They're here to support us. So as you see, Susan just put up the website where you can find all of the info. But here we are. Are you ready? Are you ready? It's your turn. Like, for real. This isn't the fluffy bullshit. I will never allow you to stay fluffy. It's my mission to literally teach you discernment so you're not listening to the bullshit that's out there, and to show you not only how to receive all of this, but sustain it, because the sustaining part is up to you. And most humans love to be toxic, vulnerable. They love to be a victim and point the finger, and they love to doubt themselves, and they love to be poor pity parties, and they love to go back to what's simple and easy, such as love and light. Cool. If that's your jam, do it up. But I'm not willing to let you stay stuck in fourth dimensional consciousness at all. I love you too much. And I love New Earth way too much for us to miss the boat on this. So it's time. And for it to be time, you have to arrive first. So welcome to being the first wave. All right. Believe in yourself. Until I see you again, go look in the mirror and find as many reasons as you can to say, thank you, I love you. Hold yourself tight. Believe in yourself, darlings. Let's go. It's your turn. It's your turn to stand in and show the way forward. All right. Okay. I'll see you when I see you next. Bye, guys.